All right, folks, it's time to bring back the legend, the 08 5500. Bad boy's just been sitting here waiting. Let me tell you a story. The OG tow rig. A lot of people have asked, whatever happened to this truck? Is it going to surface again? I made a couple videos here and there just to show it still, exists. I got too much history with this truck, sentimental value and business-wise back in the day with this truck to really, if somebody honestly threw a big number at it, I'd probably let it go, considering it is an 08 G56 manual four-wheel drive dually crew cab, and it's only clocked at 85,000 original miles on it. So it is definitely not very common of a truck, I'll say that much. We're going to get this thing out of hibernation. Basically, if anybody wants to know without going into details, I just kind of had to decommercialize a truck. I've even considered heavily about building a custom pickup bed for this truck, i.e. taking an 8-foot box and some other box, cutting them up and splicing them together in order to accommodate for the 4-inch extra between the cab chassis and regular pickup, extra length. But anyway, I thought this truck had a blown head gasket because I lost a lot of coolant. I just use this truck every once in a while to keep the blood flowing through it. And check the dipstick, still black. So coolant was going out somewhere, and we'll get this thing fired up and take it down to the shop and show you. My 4-year-old boy was 3 at the time and discovered what had happened. This truck, actually he might have been 4 when we got, anyway, 4-year-old discovered the problem, and I'll show you. Also, another problem, batteries are 2 years old, and they had not been holding charge. So I had them disconnected, and hopefully it's got enough to crank it. I need to go to town today and get some welding gas and hopefully warranty these batteries. So let's see if the bad boy is going to crank. It's been a minute. So crazy to think back in the day running this truck, not a care in the world. Just, this truck spent a lot of time at a higher RPM, that's for sure. Mainly because younger version of me put a turbo on it that, well, didn't really work that good for it. I should have just ripped it out of there immediately after 30 revisions of the tunes and put my stock one back in there with a compound setup. But the OG Diamond C, arguably I bought it for this truck. That's why it's a 212, 30K rated trailer, D-rate, whatever, all that mess. But what I'm going to do is, I had the deck on the neck on there for the purpose of putting a Jeep up on there for a camping trip. It took me like 3 years to finally get the Jeep. So I'm going to take the deck on the neck off of there, and let's look at some of the stuff I need to address on the trailer, because that said camping trip, I had my crew cab on here and then my 4-door Wrangler up front, and I got back and one of my tires turned into a slick. So we got to swap out the tire, just double check the systems here on the trailer, because it kind of sucks not having both trailers. Yeah, as weird as that sounds. But take the deck on the neck off, switch my toolbox over, because toolbox needs to go back vertical so that I can actually use my winch receiver. And I think that's about it for the trailer. And we need to get the truck addressed. I'll show you guys that in here in a second, get down the shop. So I did a complete new interior on this truck. It's got a Laramie swap out of a 06, and I got new carpet out of another 04, door panels out of the back. I got all new wiring, so I got factory, actual power windows now, which is really nice. Even tied into, my mirrors were already hooked up, but it's pretty cool that I got all this in there. Like I was saying, I periodically drive this truck around, and I actually was hauling the little excavator to my house, and temperature just completely pegged on the engine. And I was like, man, all right, what are we going to do now? So it just wouldn't cool off. I turned the heater on. I had no heat, which means coolant level was low. So I get back to the house and I'm thinking head gasket shot, and I just basically parked the truck. I put 2 gallons of water in it, antifreeze mix deal, and I filled it up, and then I went to drive it like a week later, and it was a little bit low again, so I thought it was head gasket. And my boy was up here, and he was like, here's the problem right there. Just kind of pointing at whatever, and he pointed at thermostat housing, and no joke, there is moisture coming out of the thermostat housing. So I'm gonna take that thing off quick and see what the deal is with the gasket. There's my boy right there, Mr. Mechanic. We're gonna fix that leak that you found. Coolant leak. Callahan, you remember this from the other day? You pointed at leaking right here?
Yes.
You see how there's part of this missing right here?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was our problem right there, buddy. You blew the top of that thing out or mushroomed it somehow. So
I think something was clogging it and this pound. And then it broke that.
probably so.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get this thing all back together. Need to take this guy.
Yeah, if we're going to take a ride with it, we need to get fixed.
This one looks like it wasn't leaking on this end, but I don't know, it squished it kind of funny. That goes in the coolant bypass. Yeah, we want to be able to at least drive the truck if we want to drive the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that's in there good. Watch your forehead, dude.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Do I need tape?
I don't think so.
Oh, that was it.
Okay, let's dump some stuff in it. Whew, it is hot out here, dude.
That's what I do to get down to.
Good job, dude.
Dad, do you want to see this sticker that I put on the cop car?
Yeah, hang on one second. See, this is how the O-ring gasket's supposed to look. But you can kind of see this side's been kind of mushroomed a little bit for whatever reason. When you flip it over, it's got a groove that, well, hell, honestly, this side been eroded and deleted on. The only spot that actually has it, there you go, you can see it right there. That little slit is where the thermostat's supposed to sit in between. And this one's missing that big old chunk. So, I assume that's where it was leaking. We'll try. We're going ahead and pop this tire off. 1 1/16. Oh yeah, look at that. No tread. All metal. So this is a hydraulic disc trailer, and oh yeah, we're good. I wanted to double check those lines because you can see right where that tape is, they kind of rub, but I put that wire loom on there and taped it up, so we're looking real good. I like that. Yeah, that's a brand new tire. Callahan, don't touch the tire, you see? Look here. Right here. You see the metal showing? That means it's, see that wire?
Mm-hmm.
That'll poke you. So I'm going to roll this over to the shop. Here. Where's the valve stem at? Turn on the air, bud. It's getting hot.
That is getting hot. So hot. That's weird why it's cold in here and hot out there and super hot in the tiny shed.
Dude, you want the tiny shed? You know why it's better in here?
Why?
Because look on the ceiling. We got insulation on the ceiling.
Oh,
Might have to get a pair of pliers to hold this thing so it doesn't walk on us. Because we don't got enough grip with the tire clamper machine down on the bottom. Push down on it. Left foot. There you go. Push. Got it. Good job, Gringo.
Thanks for letting me help.
Yeah, boy. Thanks for helping.
Why, that just landed on here.
I know. I did a kickflip. Now we got oil on the wall. Whoopsie daisies. Talking about on the door right there.
Oh.
Those steely 17.5s. If you look, it's not bad with a single wheel, but the spot to put the bead so that you can slip it off there has to be on this side. The other side has got like 4 inches. It's impossible. And it's difficult to get it in the tire machine going that route. So let's go ahead and take the deck on the neck off. They're actually pretty easy to install. Probably the biggest issue is trying to get everything to line up. I'm hoping I can just take this off without having to take everything apart. Okay, so deck on the neck has lights on it. Just a couple chicken lights. That goes down through there, down through here, and then out and ties into a factory spot that accommodates for that right there. That guy, white, and that. Oh, that is a sharp edge right there. Yellow goes into the black. Okay. Makes sense. There we go. Tie down's hooked on there. Skip loader hooked up. There's 2 big reasons why I really like the deck on the neck on there. First and foremost, it remains a little bit extra tongue weight. So when your trailer is empty, these 30 footers, I wouldn't say they're balanced, but it does have a certain lift every once in a while off the ball. You can feel it just tunk, 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 especially in the bumps. The deck on the neck eliminates that. But I mean, it was really slick to have it on my the dump trailer because I could put extra attachments and stuff up there. But unless I was hauling like the skip loader and something else, and I put the skip loader's loader arms up on the neck, I never really used it. I just had a spare tire up there because it blocked my spare tire spot. So we're gonna take it off. I can put it back on later. It only takes 20-30 minutes. Time to get a water. Oh, you guys are heavily tilted. You figured it out. had one more thing to address. The signature spare tire mount over here, bud. It was cracked. It didn't crack on the inside for something. Oh, right there. No, it cracked the steel. Weld's still good. We'll put another bead on there, see if it'll last another 10 years. You ready to go swim in the pond? Huh? You ready to go swim in the pond?
Yes.
Let's go. Get your butt off there. Ugh. Hey. Dogs are chilling. Galleon swimming. Pissing me off. It's got half a battery. You saw how long it lasted? And then it starts throwing that checkered light thing, like it's overheated. Full of sheet. Hindsight, I should have just bought an Alcoa to put up here because this is way too freaking heavy. I didn't realize that was an issue until I shut the truck off and closed the door. I heard it rattle. There we go. Ugh. Been a hot minute. I need to swap out the batteries. You got dozer weighs like 15,000. Something like that. All the lights are working. Second gear, motor in the hill. 6 miles an hour at 1,000 RPM. Okay. Well, I had it on level 2. That's why we had trouble with that hill. I'll put her on level 3 at least. Come on. Scooting up this hill. RPM. Down to 1700 right there. Then I'll just hang out at 2500 RPM to 2700. It's too big of a gap to go to 4th gear. You can sling it, but you're at 2700 right now. It puts you at 1,000 less than that on the shift. Waiting for the turbo. It just never been worth it to go to the next gear. So 30 mile an hour. That's the same going up that with pretty much all the rigs, unless like the smaller wheel tractor or something like that. ahead and hit fourth right here just because. Oh, I forgot you got to watch EGTs on this rig. 1200, 1250 for 2000 RPM. There's 1300 on the EGTs. Just not quite enough. Mainly because that turbo's wrong. They said it was a 67. Not even. 64, 67. Multiple tune revisions back in the day. EFI Live, whoever did, whatever. It just... This thing ripped so much harder with a stock turbo on the bottom. That would have been the best way to go. Just stock turbo. I'm running my original actuator too. Because right now the boost is only 24 PSI. 31. That's like full effort, and then you're at max EGTs right off that bat. This thing. Whoa, that guy's sideways. Jesus. Guy just got sideways in front of me. I got it on the dash cam. I don't know. We'll see if that saved it. Yeah, it should have.
Oh, that guy's sideways. Jesus.
We can take another hill with it while we're at temperature. It's 90 degrees outside. Man, that freaking kid in that Subaru kind of got my heart rate up a little bit. Stupid ass kid. Did it in there laughing. Unless he rolls up on my hood, I'm pretty sure if he went sideways in front of me, he's done for. Got up to 209. About max EGTs. I don't know what my fuel pressure's doing. I got a quarter tank. Never had a quarter tank issue with this thing before. But we'll head back to the house. Flip a burger right here in this church parking lot. Oh, I forgot that step over there. What the hell? I know my 24 valve started doing that at like quarter tank, so I got some in the slip tank. I'm not going to risk that. I'm going to go ahead and dump a little bit in there right now. That says we're half tank, and the fuel pressure, it still bobbles a little bit. Looks like it's balancing out. I'm going to, I wasn't planning on using this truck to tow this dozer in the morning. I'm going to switch over to 3500 anyway. I need to do some more shakedown runs with this before I take it out of town. When I first put the FAS on it 10 years ago, I put the O-ring on the wrong side, so I take it back off there. So I went ahead and I took the tank until the light went on, and there was like half a gallon in that 50 whatever gallon tank left when I finally got around to pulling it. Light came on, there was nothing left in it, and it ran perfectly fine. So I don't know why it was acting up right there. About it, figure that out. Pretty happy. I think this is going good. 194 in engine temp. Start using my boy more. See what that little detail that the OBBB about the federal carb emissions thing. See what that did. Alright, so check this hill out right here. I probably should have downshifted to third, but we hit it at 30 mile an hour. Hit the brakes for this little corner right here, and it should lose momentum with both brakes right. I think at the end of the day, I was really frustrated and bummed that they did what they did with this truck, but you know, after driving the new 5500 for a while and then driving this, then the Ford, go to the 3500 one every once in a while. This truck is definitely a treat, and it's a different breed, but that Ford is nice. It's weird. Maybe if this truck had, I don't know, it's got to have in the neighborhood of 400, 4.25 horsepower. But if it had near 500, that would make a big difference. Then it comes down to the limitations between the what's, you know, you're losing or gaining 1,000 RPM and vice versa. You know, such a difference in transitions between the gears on this truck. It's wild. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's warm in here. Jeez. I don't see anything. Cool. Well, comment, should I go back to the stock Turbski and put a add a turbo kit on it? I forget that outfit. I see them on Instagram, but they seem to have a pretty cool casted deal. Thinking about. See if this baby charged a little bit. A little bit. There's a pressure relief valve. Not a pressure relief valve. There's a safety valve in there that hydraulically opens it and allows it to flow through it. So that's what you're hearing. You can hear it kind of building up right now. It's got a hydraulic power over that. There we go. Got all the extra oil and other stuff for the dozer. Grease. Good to go. Okay. Moment of truth. So there's liquid on it right there. Ah, damn it, I can't see in there with the phone. Gotta climb up there. Ah. It's down a little bit. Let's go give it a splash. And we're gonna go out of my buddy's house and pick up skid steer because he needed it for moving some stuff. So I went down there and moved the stuff, and I gotta move the stuff back. Yeah, different story. Southpaw coming in hot. Missed. That could have been just enough to get the air bubbles out of it with all that other crap up in there. So we'll run down there and get it. Hopefully these batteries are good, because I didn't make it to Napa yesterday to warranty those. Truck's doing his job. 190 engine temp. The hottest I saw again today was 208, and I hauled 12 back from the neighbors. Had to move some boards and stuff. Hauled that dozer this morning with 3,500. That truck's still tied up. I don't even think I'm going to take the mech to the job, so I didn't even need to leave that on the trailer. I think I'm going to take the 080 because, I don't know, it's a little bit longer of a drive. The 080 is a little bit lighter. What do you see, Bandit? What do you see, Bandit? What do you see up there, bud? Come here, Bandit. Get him up here. Come on, get here. Mm-hmm. What do you see, Bob? Dork. Crazy kid alert. Crazy kid alert. Oh, man down. No. I don't know how long this video is now at this point, but, you know, we'll throw this in there. If somebody kind of hits me with a lower offer on Marketplace, I accept it and say, if you bring me 2 cans of Monster. And they've been going up in size the last, 8 rounds. And I was wondering what they're going to go with next, because I just tell them standard green Monster. And this old boy got me 2 cans of this Nitro. It's really tangy. But anyway, back to your normally broadcasted deal here. I went to Napa, snagged up 2 new batteries. You buy the AAA ones and they got an extended warranty. So, yeah, I've had to... Man, it doesn't seem like anything makes it anymore. I got batteries in some rigs for a long time now. But the trucks, I don't know if it's the fact that they don't get driven every single day, but the tractors don't either, so I don't understand it. So we got some new batteries. Going to throw in the 08 real quick, And the 12, it takes engine oil for hydraulic. Kind of makes sense. And this was on sale, the last one of them, for the Ford, full synthetic, $540. And while I was there, this stuff's on sale. I never bought the 5 gallons of diff before, but it was 18 bucks. 15 bucks. I don't know. It was cheaper. So we'll swatch these in and see how it starts. Just going to take these little hats off here so you don't end up on a knee. Red hats come off a lot easier than black hats. Didn't even double check to make sure they gave me the right, batteries. Just kind of threw them in the truck and left. One battery the guy tested completely crapped out, and then the other one, it was still good. Any warranty with it also. Got the master mechanic set right here. $100. $100. Husky. Save the hats for Bob. Alright, let's see if it starts nicer than it used to. Glad I actually got on top of that before those ran out of warranty. All right, put the gear back together. Hey, Pop, you want these 2 hats? Here you go, little girl. Where are you going? No, the toolbox is right here. Just grease. Get up here, Bennett.
Oh, it's not.
I know. Oh, he licked up some grease. Well, looky here. I towed the chipper home with the 08. I mean, it just did its job. Nothing to really report. Everything is checking the boxes. But it's really funny, all in, it's like you're just muscle memory hopping back in this truck. I mean, look at this. I still got all the gear in it from back in the day when I was running. I just never emptied it out. Grease gun here, extra tubes of grease, WD, tools over there, extra def. Who knows how old that is. Ratchet straps. And it's funny because I got the microwave and the power box in there and chainsaw overflow in that one over there. But I even got the little lanyard for tying up the Yeti. The only reason I have a Yeti is I got it for Christmas present. I'm definitely not uppity enough to buy my own self a Yeti. And then even, this was funny too, because like for charging my headset, I got this cord that goes all the way up to the dash because I don't have the headset in the front, so I got an extender to put it back here. There's so much just work truck vibes just in there. But I wanted to, I didn't plan ahead perfectly, and I needed to haul the chipper home, so I figured, well, we'll test it out with the old truck. I don't plan on towing with it every single day, but just to know the truck's there and it has the capability like it used to, I definitely plan on swapping out the turbo and going back to at least the stock VGT. And if we do that, I will put across the screen right here the company that I want to work with on their compound kit. And if you guys can go to their Instagram page and tag B-Belt & Son Instagram, I would appreciate that, because that would be nice to get this thing just ripping like a bad boy again. Also, I'm thinking about doing a facelift on the rig. I did, like I said in the beginning, I wanted to take this thing and make it a pickup bed. Make a custom long-ish bed for it, dually. But I've learned this week, and you guys will see the video on it, wasn't had to do with anything with this kind of work. It was something on the side. I learned that it is really nice to have a flat bed for some situations and emergencies. Also, I'd like to, it's going to be a little weird, but I'd like to see this truck really transform. Get rid of these and go to the white ones. I got to replace this one anyway. This is kind of a long-term goal. And make it look like a real Laramie truck. I think that would look cool. New skirted aluminum flatbed, possibly, if I found a deal on one. Just to change it up so it has like a white knight scheme. And yeah, that would be nice. If anybody is wondering why I didn't get rid of this truck and or this one instead of my new 5500. Well, folks, at some point, your rigs become sentimental. And sentimental outweighs the actual value. If somebody wanted to buy one of these rigs off me that I quote unquote are in the keep category, it would take a pretty good price to be offered. I'm not gonna post them up for sale because, man, I've just been through too much. In hindsight, had I not gone through all the battles I did with the 5500, the 08, then I would have, you know, probably been a little bit ahead of the game. Swapping turbos and all that stuff back in the day. Had I got one of these right from the start, probably a lot more nights I could have just slept instead of been stewing on what the problem was. And nothing mechanically was really wrong with the 08. It was just the fact that I was just chasing bigger and better, trying to upgrade the truck as I went. And sometimes, you know, growing pains are real. We'll see you guys. If you made it this far in the video, let me know the first video you ever saw with the 08 in action. How many years ago that was? I'm going to be taking this one tomorrow. We'll see you guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Glad to see the 08 actually doing something. Later.